What is up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope you guys had a kick-ass weekend. My name is Colton with the Grizzy Life podcast here. What's up, Jaden? How you doing? Yeah?
Yeah.
Making a great day. All right, I'm just going for my walk and talk here. I hope you guys had a kick-ass weekend. My name is Colton Burt, the host here of the Grizzy Life podcast. I don't have an agenda for today's conversation, but we're going to do a walk and talk and see where it takes us. I want to give you guys some updates on the restaurant, some things that we're trying to do, some struggles, and all that stuff. So if this is your first time here, we talk a little bit about business, a little bit about lifestyle, a little bit about general health and fitness, general business. I don't know, just kind of whatever's going on. My promise to you is that my goal here is that you are a little bit better today than you were yesterday. I'm hoping that when you listen to these episodes, you are getting something from it that is maybe tangible, maybe that's the right word, something that you can take with you and go on with your day and make improvements in your life. So what I often will share are things as a leader. I believe that everybody's a leader in their own area. I believe everybody's got to lead somebody, whether it's your kids, whether you and your spouse are leaders amongst one another, right? You guys are helping each other out, how to properly communicate, whether you are in a management position, I call that a leadership position. You are leading other people on your team. You are in a situation with whomever, and leaders got to step up, right? I believe that everybody should have some sort of leadership skills, and I believe that everybody has to use some leadership skills at one point or another. So my goal for you is to be a little bit better today than you were yesterday. I want you to be the best version of you, right? So that's my promise to you. I'm going to give you some life lessons, some tips, some things that I'm going through, and hopefully tell them to you in a way that you can say, you know what? I can take that and apply that to my life, whether that's within work, whether it's your personal life, whatever you got going on. Those are my goals, my promise to you. I did watch a little video on, so I used my AI tool here. Actually, before I get into that, if this is your first time tuning in, thank you for trying us out. If you get some value from this, feel free to share it with friends and family. That is how we grow the show. If you're day one or somewhere in between, I appreciate the hell out of you for being here, for wanting to listen to me. I appreciate you. Without you, I do this show for you, right? The small group of people who enjoy listening to it. That is why I continue to do this. So anyways, I'm going to go back into my quick little AI thing and then this video that I watched and loop it all together. I built out this AI tool. It gives me a daily email. I get a couple of them. I get like a industry read, so things that are going on within our industry. I've got this AI tool set up to research what's going on today in today's news or recent news, and it'll kind of give me some insights within each of our business, right? So we've got the gyms, we've got the bar and restaurant, and then we've got Priority Fitness, we've got real estate. So I get this industry read email that kind of gives me a paragraph or two along with the, it cites where it's from as well. So there'll be like a hyperlink to the published article or whatever that it was. So anyways, I'll get this morning read and then I do my best to read it every morning. It'll kind of give me some insights on the gym industry, the fitness equipment industry, and kind of maybe some opportunities that I've got in front of me that I could, go and attack essentially, right? So I also have another one set up that gives me a daily watch video. So I have it set up to give me like a useful YouTube video every day. So that way, if I have time, and maybe, right now I'm not reading as much as I was last year at this time, but if I have time, I will watch that YouTube video, whether in transit, maybe walking at the gym, maybe before I go to bed or whatever. And that video, again, will be something related to the industries that I'm in, and I will then take that information and do what I can with it. So long story short, I got one on podcast. Ironically, I didn't even think it really knew much about the podcast, but I got a podcast video, watched that, and I didn't watch the entire thing, but sorry, here, I'm jumping all over. The one thing that I took away from it was that in order to have a good podcast, people need to know why they're listening. What is that promise? What is that thing that we are delivering, that thing we are trying to accomplish for the listeners, right? So that is why I'm trying to better define what that thing is. What is that takeaway? What is that thing you're getting from this? If I'm just talking all over the place, I'm never really giving you guys like a key takeaway, a key goal here. Like this guy's specific podcast is all about helping other podcasters improve, their listeners and subscribers and all that stuff, right? So My goal as of today is that I want to create a podcast that helps you become a better version of you. I believe that everybody can have some kind of takeaway from our business and personal lessons that we've been going through. So anyways, that was my long story short for you there. Let's dive into the restaurant, some challenges and struggles, and kind of what we are currently doing as we go. So, for those of you who know me, we've got 6 gym locations, 5 Grizzy locations. One of them is called Grizzly O-Town. That's location 6. That is a partnership location in Oshkosh. We then have Priority Fitness. We do gym installs and servicing full time, primarily installs at this point. We are I want to call us a premier fitness equipment moving and installation company. So that is going well. Got some new guys there. And then we've got CCB Real Estate. That is the LLC that owns real estate. So we've got 5-ish properties or something like that. And then the bar and restaurant. So the bar and restaurant, anybody who knows me, at least knows a little bit about me, the gyms and Priority Fitness, they generally operate on their own. I help with oversight, I help with finances, I help make decisions, I help make purchasing decisions. Like, I just help from the top down. I'm not typically there day to day. I'm usually in the office working on some high level projects, I call them, right? I'm trying to think about what's next, how do we expand, where are we weak, where are we strong? Like, that's what I do. So buying this bar and restaurant, people would be like, what the hell are you doing? That's a lot of work. And I take challenges, when people tell me that's not a good idea. It's kind of like, well, now since you said it's a bad idea, it's kind of a challenge to me, right? And that might be, I don't know, the chip on my shoulder that I was, that I grew up with, like just the mentality that I have, right? So people tell me it's not a good idea. They don't say it's impossible, but they say, why would you do that? Why would you do that? And so my goal is to prove everybody wrong. Hey, Colton took this thing, turned it around, turned it into something great. People are happy to be there, right? Like, and I believed that knowing how to run a business, don't have any experience in the bar and restaurant industry other than on the other side, the customer experience. I wanted to prove that knowing how to run and operate a business that you could kind of plug and play. So the gym industry is already a tough one, and now the bar and restaurant industry is also another tough one. So I figure let's figure it out. So anyways, with the bar and restaurant, and I want to be completely transparent here with everybody because I think this is what's interesting about this podcast is you get some behind the scenes, what the owner, what the operators are doing and thinking. So I've been using our AI tools, and what we did was we uploaded our daily revenue from every day since we've been opened. We put it into AI. We also have like all of our food costing and just kind of everything in there, right? So including payroll, and so we can see where we are at. Like daily, are we profiting daily? What's our break-even day number? Like, how much money do we have to make on a Monday versus a Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, right? Like, what do we need to make per day to make money? And as some of you may know, the restaurant industry thrives on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. In Wisconsin, the fish fry, that's the thing, right? So Friday nights typically are best. Saturdays were pretty strong when it was colder out. So Saturdays are still strong. They just aren't as good as they were when we first opened. I believe I don't know. I'm trying to make some observations and figure that out. But Saturdays are still strong. Sundays are strong. Fridays are strong. That's the restaurant industry. Now, Monday through Thursday, different story. Thursday, ironically, or not ironically, Thursday, we actually have a lot of guests that come in. But our specials on Thursdays are cheaper pizzas and cheaper wings. So the question is our special the reason that we have so many guests? Sorry, I'm watching 2 dogs. I don't know what they're doing. Thursday, we have a lot of guests. So the question is it our specials that are bringing those guests in? Or, are the special bring the guests in? And that's why we have a lot of guests that day, or people just naturally coming to the restaurant and bar on Thursdays, and it's just a good day, and maybe it shouldn't be a day for different priced items like that, like our pizza and wings, right? So we're kind of going back and forth on that. But let's dive into Monday through Wednesday. Monday through Wednesday are not good days for the bar and restaurant. They are days that oftentimes we are not making money. They are days that we're often, and it's hard to explain this completely. But basically Monday and Wednesday are always tough. And a lot of bars and restaurants around here, I want to say restaurants, typically will not be open on Mondays and Tuesdays, sometimes Wednesdays. Some places only open up on the weekends because that's when people go out and that's when people spend the money. Now, our early week, or that Monday through Wednesday, we're close. We're not far off. But we need to figure out what gets more people in. What do we need to do more of a family night? Do we need to do a bingo? Do we need to do a cribbage club? Do we need to do a coffee club, right? So now we've got these ideas. And now we have this understanding of where we're hitting and missing, because a typical, I want to say, bar and restaurant owner, they'll know that Fridays are their night. But I don't think they'll have it down to the T as far as like how far I've got it down to like knowing what our daily P&Ls are. So we redid our menu and all this other stuff. And so anyways, I'm just trying to give you the challenge here is like, I'm not from the bar and restaurant industry, and now I'm learning and implementing, right? So food costing. Is our food costing on? Or do we have what they call phantom hours, or are there hours that people are working that they don't need to be working, like dead hours? Like, do we have 2 cooks on for 2 hours and we're actually just wasting 2 hours of payroll for that one cook because we don't need them there, right? Like, so these are kind of some of the things that we're observing and seeing differently. Now, the margins in a bar and restaurant industry are already thin. Your food cost is a good portion, your labor cost is another portion, and then you've got utilities and all other stuff. So you're already running a thin margin. So you really do need to maximize your days. And you can't waste food, right? We were looking at our fish fry and we noticed that some of our fish was coming in heavy, or some of maybe our prime rib is coming in heavy, or whatever. It really matters down to that detail to see if you're making money or losing money. So anyways, what we have decided to do, this is where I'm going with this whole thing. What we have decided to do is G and I, Monday through Thursday, are actually going to be bartending here from 11 to 2 or 11 to 3-ish. We're going to kind of see how it goes. And this will be week to week. There might be some days that it doesn't make sense if we are on the road, or if we have to go on, and do whatever. Maybe we have to go to a different site or something. But typically, this is our thought right now. Monday through Thursday, G and I are going to bar. We're also going to be doing our delivery. So the restaurant runs delivery from 9 to 2 and then 4 to close. So G and I are going to double up as bartenders, and we're also going to work from behind the bar. So we're going to just be doing our office stuff there. We aren't drink specialists. We're not, outstanding bartenders at the moment. I do believe that we'll be good bartenders once we know what all the drinks are and everything that goes in them. But G and I, we're going to bartend. We're also going to do delivery. So this is just an interesting thing. G and I will be behind the bar. We'll be working on the laptop. We're actually going to promote what we call office hours, business hours. We're trying to find other people like us that maybe work from home on their computer, that maybe just want to come and have drink and food service in like an atmosphere that's nice. So I can't promise this atmosphere at 6 p.m. on a Friday night, of course, but 11 to 2 in Berlin, Wisconsin, nobody's coming to the bar anyways. Those are like dead hours for us. We should just be closed those hours. We're not really benefiting there. But for me, as an owner, as a customer, I like to go sit in the bar for my lunch. That's just the atmosphere that I like. So I believe there's other people out there. I don't know if they don't know if we're open or whatever. That's not the point. We are going to be open. We're going to encourage business hours. If you listening work from home or hang out from home or whatever, want to come hang out with G and I, we're going to be working from behind the bar Monday through Thursday, pushing office hours. So we're encouraging people to bring their laptop and use our Wi-Fi and basically hang out, ideally order some food and some drink from us, whether it's a soda, a water, just like ideally order some food from us. I'm not going to say order a water, it's free, right? But that is one thing we're going to look to do. Plus we're going to promote come hang out with the brothers, right? Come hang out with us and talk to us. And my goal is still to get work done, but my goal is also to create this little club of maybe like-minded individuals or people kind of in the same situation that maybe you want to come hang out on the river and work from your computer and like take phone calls outside and like just be out of the house. Ever since COVID, I know there's a lot more at-home jobs. So if that's you or somebody you know, let them know, come hang out with us for office hours. And, even if there's people who are looking to start a business, open a business, they run a business, whatever, if I'm available, I'd be more than happy to give some input and feedback. Now, I still have to get stuff done, but you know what I mean? I'm more than happy to be a resource. So anyways, since we've observed our challenges and know where we're hitting and missing, we're cutting some hours as far as trimming some stuff up. Our goal is not to close any certain day. We do not want to close on Monday or Tuesday. We do want to remain open, keep jobs, keep everybody operating as normal. We just need to get some more faces in there on Monday through Wednesday, right? So anyways, why do I share this with you? I thought maybe that you would find it interesting that me, Colton, G, we're doing these other big projects. We're also going to hop behind the bar, and we're also going to do food delivery. So even this weekend, even last week, I just got my car pulled up by the front door. So as I'm doing my office stuff, if somebody needs to run some food, I've been doing some food deliveries. So anyways, just some things that we have to do. It's not what I would have expected getting into it. I didn't expect to make money hand over fist or anything like that. That was not my goal. But I would, if you would have asked me in February, hey, Colton, do you think you'll be bartending or doing delivery? My answer would probably be no. Bartending, yeah, it's fun and whatever. But it's not what I would have envisioned, right? But I'm totally cool with it. I'm enjoying it. I love showing up to people's homes, actually. And they're like, oh, if it's not the guy himself. I just had a guy say that the other day, and I enjoy it. And even this morning, I just had a delivery to the hospital here. We had to drop off like 3 or 4 breakfasts there. And a guy comes out of his office that knows me, and he's like, oh, boss man's out in delivery today, So I actually just enjoy it. I enjoy telling people, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you, right? So I feel like it's a good thing, and we are enjoying every second of it. So anyways, that is there's not much of if I were to turn this into a takeaway, don't be afraid to do the things maybe you don't necessarily want to do or didn't expect to do. You have to be able to go with the flow and, take some punches here and there and keep a positive attitude, work through it. At the end of the day, I've still got a smile on. I'm still excited to do it. If any of you listened to the podcast a while back around Mother's Day, you will know that our dishwasher went out, and Mother's Day was like the busiest breakfast we've ever had. So of course, we've got like 4 people back there hand washing dishes, which again, isn't something you would imagine having to do. But hey, it is what it is. Could always be worse, right? So go out there, be the best version of you. Go and do what you got to do and keep your head down and focus and work hard, and it'll pay off in the end. I believe in you. You just need to believe in yourself. You need to be willing to change and adapt. So I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys maybe got something from our background of what's going on at the bar and restaurant. We do have live music this Friday. It's going to be a big band out front. Apparently they're really good. Be from Friday from 6 to 9, and there'll be a whole fenced off area. It'll be, like I said, a big band. So if you got nothing better to do, it's definitely worth coming out. We'll have some beer tents outside. We will be selling wristbands. It'll be a good time. So anyways, appreciate you guys so much. I wanted to do today's episode to kind of tell you, one, owning a business isn't all what it's cracked up to be sometimes, right? Some people are like, oh, it must be nice, right? I talk about that attitude all the time. We are working, right? We are trying our best here. We are trying to improve on all ends of service and food and consistency. On top of that, marketing, getting people to know who we are, what we're doing, why we need your support, right? Like, we are constantly trying to do stuff. And now we are stepping up and doing stuff that we didn't necessarily think we were going to have to do either, which is totally cool. I'm excited for it. Those bartending hours were dead hours. Delivery, it was one of those shifts that some days you've got a bunch of deliveries, some days you got nothing else going on. So anyways, we're stepping up. We hope to see you guys around. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. We'll see you Thursday. I will bring it back to some more life lessons on Thursday. So appreciate you guys so much. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good one.